Igama lam ndinguXola Phakathi, ndi-mayoral candidate ye-African National Congress Buffalo City Metro. There are certain things that we need to do in order to position the institution for service delivery. First would be putting the right people at the right places in terms of administrative placement, but also ensuring that we have an accountable administration that is able to account for the activities that are taking place in the institution. Secondly, would be to deal with the challenges facing our communities. As you are aware, that we have a problem of inward migration of communities into the metro in search of employment, and that puts a lot of pressure on our resources because people, as they arrive there, they need houses, they need electricity, and in order for us to be able to provide all such services, we need bulk infrastructure. But also, on the one hand, we have to get the economy right, working with other private sector players, as well as provincial and departments, as well as national departments and state-owned agencies, to get the economy of the metro working. As you are also aware that our metro is unlike other metros. It has a very strong rural element, and we have to create economic activity where those communities live so that we can stem the tide against the inward migration. We will work with the Department of Rural Development and Agrarian Reform to deal with the issues of agroeconomy and processing. But also, our economy as the metro is anchored around the automotive sector, which is not a healthy environment. Automotive and component supplies. We have to work differently, diversify the economy, but at the same time provide the necessary support for small and medium enterprises and the township economy. But we'll use the advantage of being a port city, using that advantage to ensure that we participate in the ocean economy. Towards the end of July, we will be launching Buffalo City Development Agents. An immediate project there is the Sleeper Site project, which we are working with the National Treasury and the World Bank to ensure that we provide, we deal with the problems that we have in the inner city in terms of the decaying infrastructure. Remember, our infrastructure is old, and we have to address such issues. So we are going to ensure that young people in particular, because we have a challenge of unemployment of young people in the city as well, working with the institutions of higher learning that are located in the region to ensure that skills acquisition is able to respond to the challenges of the economy of the region. We have to set up mechanisms for accountability of councillors as the African National Congress. As the manifesto suggests, that the ANC will have contractual agreements with the councillors, but we will also, as a municipality, ensure that councillors are able to account for the frequency of meetings so that the communities in the region are kept informed of the developments of the municipality. In that context, we will then be able to stem the tide against the protests that are taking place currently. Because in many instances, our observation is that people resort to protest because they don't have sufficient information, because sometimes councillors are not accountable in a manner that they are supposed to, and such mechanisms should be put in place to ensure councillor accountability.